Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey everybody, welcome. I'm going to do a solo playthrough of Tenpenny Parks for you today. I'm going to include in the brand new Spooky Nights expansion. Now this small expansion did come with two different variations, the Winter Lights and the Spooky Nights, but I have not played the Winter Nights yet. I'm not familiar with how that works yet, but I have played Spooky Nights, so I will get into this one for you, play this in a solo mode, and kind of show you how it works, and see if I can pull off a win. That this is a very difficult game to win solo. Becky, the AI or the solo bot, is extremely efficient in gaining victory points every round. Hard to keep up, and she's going to be moving up on these emotion tracks pretty consistently. It's just, I feel like you just got to play this game perfectly in order to be very successful or to even have a chance to win it all. Maybe I'm just not smart enough to figure this one out. I do not win very, very often. I changed my strategy a few times. I continue to get beat at this game in this solo mode, but I have fun doing it. I mean, if you continue to play play a game that you're very bad at and that you can't seem to win, I mean, what does that say about the game? It's a lot of fun to play. And I'm going to see what I can do in this go around. And basically, if you haven't seen any videos of how the expansion is going to work, you have these ghost tiles, these little ghost meeples. They're really cool looking. I'm going to try not to look at the bottom of that. So you've got these little ghost tokens, and what happens is, and also we've mixed in every stack of attractions, attraction cards here, there's one haunted attraction card that's going to give you most likely, well, here's one I can show you right here that's on the top, UFO Invasion. It's a this is one of the haunted attractions here. It's got a ghost meeple on it, so not only do you get to bump up on the joy track when you take this card, but you can also get the one of the ghost meeples, and then they come into play. They have benefits. You get either income, you get victory points, or bumps on the emotion tracks here, or I think one of the options or one of the bonuses on the bottom of those is that you can cut down a tree. But you can only gain that bonus in the advertising round when you advertise a haunted attraction. And so you can put your ghosts, the ghosts that you've collected, onto an attraction that you've built. And then if you can advertise on that attraction in the advertising round, then you gain the benefit that's on the bottom of the ghost too. So it's kind of neat, very simple. The only other thing that's added in with that are the concession tiles. So now instead of having 4 basic game tiles, you have in a one-player game, because they're obviously more people are playing, there's more tiles to choose in the concessions market. But in the solo game, there's 2 haunted concession tiles out here, and there are 2 regular base game tiles out here. So that's the market. There's 4 of those. I'm going to be red. I'm playing against Becky, who's going to be gray. I've got the shovel on the first turn. I make the first move. The 2 in-game objectives that I'm going to be going for are going to be this most drenched and most joyful, which are going to be, I need to be farther along on the joy track at the end of the game than Becky, and I just need to end the game with at least 3 undersea attractions with the blue icon, and then I can, that'll be 6 additional points at the end of the game. You start with 7 money. I've got the Fairview Adventure player board here, and on my first turn, I see tiles out here. The haunted tile that'll give me a bump on the joy track, and it'll give me a ghost for $4, and then this Poseidon slide here, which will give me a bump on the joy track for, it's a $3 card -1, so that's actually a $2 card. So I see 2 cards out here that I could essentially purchase for $6, and I want to try to block Becky from taking either one of those. So what is she going to do first? I'll get to that in a second, but let me take, well, I guess I need to tell you what she's going to do, which is going to essentially determine my first move here. Is that after I go, she's going to go, and on her first turn, she's going to claim, she's going to build the attraction that is the most expensive, and that does include the modifiers. And that just made me think, beginning of the game's setup, these whatever attraction stack is adjacent to the +1 marker, you got to put a ghost on it. So sorry about that. Got that in there though. So she's going to buy the most expensive attraction, and I see there's a 3, there's a 6, there's a 4, there's a 4, there's an 8. And there is a 2. So she's going to buy the Storm Giant on her first turn. And then on her second turn, she's going to buy the least expensive attraction. Right now, that would be this Poseidon Slide, which is going to cost $2. So I need to make sure that on my first turn, or actually, I'm going to take 2 turns as 2 turns to her 1. So I'll be able to purchase both of these before her. So, and first things first, my first turn here, worker placement game. I'm going to put my worker out here on the 4 spot, and there's no, it's a 0 here, so there's no cost modifier, so it's just straight up $4. I'm going to spend my 4. And I didn't say this before the game started, but I'm going to put a picture in this video. I'm going to show you. I know really all you can see is probably overhand cam is going to be the main board and then my player board. But I've got all these other tiles and stuff off to the side here on my right, including the $3. That's my little $3 bucket, my little single victory points bucket, my $5 or 5 victory points bucket, my ghost trees, and then my $1 bills in the stack over here. And I'll put that off to the side so you can see. Everything else is kind of laid out in front of me. I've got both rule books here. I might need to dig into those. We'll see. On my first action here, I'm going to purchase the UFO invasion at the construction site, or I'm going to build this, or whatever the terminology is. It's going to cost me 4. I just dumped 4 into the supply over here. So that's going to give me 1 bump on the joy track. It's going to give me a ghost. So I'm just going to randomly pick one here. Now, once you've selected it, you can look at it. So that's going to give me a bump on the thrill track. I'm going to put it off to the side over here. And then I need to build the tile onto my board. UFO invasion. Let's find it. It's purple. UFO invasion here. And where am I going to put this thing? I know that I'm going to need to bump up on this joy track as much as possible to try to get out ahead. So I'm going to come over here and play my UFO invasion right here, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. So I'm off to a good start there. That's turn number 1. All right, turn number 1 for Becky. I've explained how she's going to work. She's going to, first turn, she's going to go for the most expensive attraction, which is going to be this 8, which is going to be the Storm Giant. And it's going to give her, she is going to get all of these bumps here that are on this card. So 2 on Thrill. She's going to get 1 on Awe. And she's going to get 1 on Joy. And then I'm going to flip this over and put this in her attraction style, her built attractions there. She's going to get the 3 victory points at the end of the game, but she only is, when it gets to the advertising portion of the game or phase of the game, she is only going to advertise her second purchased attraction, and I'll get to that in a second. We'll see what she's going to get, but I'm going to go ahead and take my second turn now. I am going to come over here and build again. I'm going to go to the construction. And that is a -1 modifier. So it would be 3 is the cost of the card, -1. So that is a 2 cost card. So I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide, which is going to give me another bump on the joy track. I'm going to build Poseidon Slide All right, and I'm going to flip it over, put it over here, and find Poseidon's slide, which is here. All right. Now I have a decision to make. Where do I want to put this? I want to put it somewhere where I can cover up. I want to try to cover up one of these bonus tiles, but then I kind of want it out of the way too. I don't really care about bumping this track. So let's just keep it down here out of the way. We're going to put it down here. All right. You can, the adjacency rules are you can, the diagonal corner adjacency is fine, but you cannot have any attraction adjacent. That goes for the concession stands too, but you can't have any attractions adjacent on any flat side, directly adjacent orthogonally. So diagonally is fine. So I'm going to put that there for my second action. Their third action, now they're going to purchase the cheapest attraction out here. So you want to look at the modifiers. There is a 5 minus 2, so that one is a 3. But only one worker can go to each construction site on each turn. So there's only 3 available left. So they're either going to go for the 3, they're going to go for the 6, or the 4. So obviously the volcano tower over here, the modifier is a minus 2. It costs 5 minus 2. That makes it a 3 cost cart, which is the least expensive. So she is going to purchase the volcano tower here, but putting a worker there. Flip that over and put it right there on her stack. She's going to get 2 points during the advertising phase. All right, back to me on my last turn. I want to advertise so that I can get bonus points, and also I want to try to take advantage of gaining these bonuses, even though these haunted bonuses, even though I'm not too big on thrill, but I do want to try to essentially bump all these tracks up, because you do get some in-game bonuses for making it into the farthest end. I guess is at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, as long as you bump each track 8 times, you can get a 5-point bonus for each track at the end of the game. So it wouldn't be bad to do that. But I've got $3. Is there anything out here? I can't buy Sticks and Stones for 4. I can't buy the Basin City Scramble for 6. So I could just go for some money here, or I could cut down some trees. I don't really see a need to cut down trees right now, because even if I come back here and purchase the Pirate Ghost Ship on a future turn, that'll fit without cutting trees. So let's, there's a couple of different things I could buy out here and not have to cut down trees. So let's just get some money. Or what about a concession down here? There's nothing really I want. I could get a $2 bonus. I'm not going to do that. Let's get some money. Money's hard to come by in this game. It's a tight economy. So I'm going to the banker. I'm going to get $2, which is going to give me $5. All right, there's my $5. She's going to go over here on her third and final turn. She's going to go to the contractor space. We're going to randomly draw a concession. She never draws a dark haunted concession tile. So I'm just going to randomly, I don't know if I showed y'all this, but I've got a rich and rare bag is where I've got all the concession tiles here. And I'm going to draw one randomly for her. All right, and this is the balloon concession stand. So she's going to get 1 point because it's got $1 on it. 1 point and 1 bump on the thrill. So I'm going to give her thrill. I'm going to give her 1 point for that. Just kind of put that off to the side. And that's it as far as actions are concerned in the first round. So now we're moving on to the bonuses step. She's just going to straight up get a bonus point for every track that she leads on. And I have the option to do that as well with the Joy track, or I could bump mine back to get 3 income. Let's give her 2 points for being ahead on the thrill and all. So she's going to get another 2 points for that. Okay, what can I do? I could bump my Joy back to get $3. Which wouldn't be terrible. I am ahead on that. She's going to gain them. She's going to gain these emotion bonuses so fast, though. I could back it up one to get 3 money, though, and that's gonna be that's tough. Let's do it early in the game. Let's do it. We're gonna back it up one. I've got a lead, so I'm gonna back mine up one for $3 more. All right. So that's the bonuses step. So now we're into the advertising step. This is where I've got a pick. She has no ghost. If she gets ghost later on in the game, I'll show you how that works. But at this case, I didn't do this. She won the all track. So she gets the first player token. So with this expansion, the Spooky Nights expansion, so typically you advertise simultaneously, but in this expansion, whoever has the shovel advertises first. So because there might be some reasons why you would want to see what the other player's doing when you're choosing which bonus tracks you kind of want to bump. So she's got the shovel. She's going to go first, but she has no ghosts, and I'll get into how that works here when she gets some, but she's got no ghosts. She's not going to take any bonuses, but she's going to get 2 points for her volcano tower. So I'm going to turn in 3 and give her a 5. So she's already got 5 points, guys, and she's effective. I've got 0 at this point, but I'm fixing to advertise and get a couple points myself. All right, so now she's advertised. My turn. I am going to spend $1 for each of these, and I'm going to put my haunted ghost out here onto my UFO invasion. That's thematic, right? And I am going to spend $2 because each one of these attractions, it costs $1 to advertise. So I'm going to spend my $2. I'm going to advertise on both, and I'm going to get myself 2 points. Okay. And then I also get the bump on the thrill for having the advertising on the haunted attraction there. So we've done our advertising. We are into the cleanup, which is I'm gonna refresh these concessions. Nobody purchased any concessions. I'm just gonna move those out of the game, out of the way. We're gonna refresh them, so we're gonna bring out 2 more dark tiles. A little pumpkin there on that one, and a little bobbin for apples, but we'll bring out 2 more out of the bag. Balloon stand and the dartboard. So we've refreshed the concessions. We're going to return workers. Give me my workers back. Put them over here. And we can put them over here. She gets her workers back. And then we are going to rotate the carousel. When she has the shovel marker, it just rotates one space clockwise. Okay. And then an additional ghost is going to come out onto the card stack adjacent to the +1. And then we're going to advance the month marker. So now we're going to be in essentially round 2 of 5 rounds. And now we're going to go back up to the top of the round here into the income step. I'm going to gain $3 more. I don't have any other income bonuses on my board, so that's all I'm going to get. Becky does not gain any income in the income step, but now we're into the actions phase, and she is going first. So she's going to grab the most expensive attraction out there. I do see a 7. All right, I do see a 7. I see a 6. I see a 5. So she's going to grab this ancient fossil dig for 7 because it's a 5 cost card plus the 2 modifier. So she's going to grab this ancient fossil dig, which is going to give her a bump on the joy track. So she's now leading in the joy track. She's also going to get a ghost now that this card has a ghost on it. So she's going to get herself a little ghost that she's going to be able to score. And then we're going to flip this over and put it in her stack. And then I should have put that there. You're going to catch me forgetting to do that from time to time. So that was the most expensive. The cheapest one is probably going to be the Pirate Ghost Ship for 2. or 3 here. So that's definitely going to be the pirate ghost ship is definitely going to be the next one that she goes for. And I want that because it pertains to, it's going to count towards my end game with the most drenched here. End game with at least 3 undersea attractions. And it's cheap. It's a 2-cost card. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to spend my 3, get a 1 back, put my worker right here. I'm going to grab the pirate ship. And so this one also has a ghost on it. It's not helping me in my joy track, but I am going to get a bump on the thrill track. And I am going to find it. Pirate ghost ship. And let me stick this out here. Oh, and then let me grab my ghost. I'll grab this little ghost right here. Set him right there. What is on the bottom of that? A victory point. Okay, I can work with that. So let's stick this out here. These are not giving me a bunch of in-game bonus points, and I don't like that, but we'll see how this turns out. All right, I want to... do I want the income? I've got money right now, so let's stick this thing out here. Right in the, I'm going to cover up the middle space, which is going to give me 2 bumps, 2 random bumps. There's no orthogonally adjacent tiles. There is a diagonal tile here, but I'm going to get 2 bumps. And I'm just going to go twice on the joy track. Maybe that'll help me grab some more income later on. So I'm going there. Okay, I'm going to try to really hammer out that joy track. So that's done. They're going to go into their second turn, Becky is, and she's going to go for the cheapest attraction. So there's a 7 minus 1. There's a 6, there's a 5, here's a 3, here's a 5. So she's going to go here and grab this 3, which is going to have a ghost on it. So she's going to end up getting 2 ghost rewards. However, she's not going to gain any bonus points for advertising because this does not have any victory points on it, and I am okay with that. All right, so now it's my turn again. Let's try to find something here. There's a shark, or a Sabic keep. I don't want that. It doesn't have any hearts on it, but it's worth. It's a 6-cost card with only 2. Worth only 2 points. I would absolutely love to get the submarine voyage. Maybe I try to bump up on the all track to gain that card. So I could buy this space rings. Yeah, I could buy the space rings. Or how could I? Oh, I can't cover up that star because it would be adjacent to my Poseidon slide. I don't think there's anywhere for me to put. I know there. Yeah, there is. I'm gonna buy. I've got 2 more turns here, so I could grab some income if I wanted to. I'm gonna grab the space rings over here for $5. Okay, I'm going with a water and UFO theme here. So I'm going to buy this one for 5. I'm going to turn in 6, grab a 1. And I'm going to bump in the thrill emotion and the awe emotion. So I am ahead on all 3 emotion tracks at this time, but it's not necessarily going to stay that way. Space rings. Okay, this is a cool little tile, actually. But I've got a space for it. And I'm going to get another bump on the thrill for covering it up. And I still haven't needed to cut down any trees yet, so that's good. It's coming, though. Okay? All right. So her third turn is she's going to go over here to the contractor space, and we're going to draw a random tile out of the bag. Come on. I'd be really okay with her just getting income on this one. And she did hot dogs for $2. So that means she just gets 2 points. Which, points are points, but I think I'm okay with her doing that because she's not going to get any advertising points either. She does have a couple of ghost bonuses that she's going to get, but I'm going to get to go first. So anyway, I've got one more turn. I like the idea of getting some income out here. I'm only really going to advertise, I think, twice, $1 a piece, and then get these 2 ghost actions. So let's see. I'm going to take some income here. Go to the banker. Let's take some income. I'm going to give up these 2. No, I'm going to have 4. So I'm going to give up 1, grab a 3. I got $4. All right. And that's it for the action steps. So now we're into the bonus steps. Now looky here. I can go backwards on the thrill and the all if I wanted to. And actually I do, because I want to be able to control, I want the submarine voyage tile, and I want to make it as cheap as possible in the next round. So I'm going to go backward. Well, let's just do them one. And I'm going to take an extra action too. So I'm going to go backwards on my thrill. Take the extra meeple for extra actions in the next round. I'm going to go back on my all track, which is going to give me the shovel back to give me the first player token. And I'm just going to take, I could move back and get 3 money here. Has that really been helping me? I'm fixing to get 2 more by buying that card. Let's do it. We're going to bump back on Joy to take a $3 bill. So that's it for the bonus step because I won all the bonuses. So now we're going to advertise. I'm going to advertise first. I want to advertise 2 tiles. I could advertise for 3, so let's do that. I can advertise this one for 2 and this one for 1 and get 3 points. And that would basically, that would spend that $3. So I'm going to put my ghost out, which is going to give me the extra victory points. So I'm going to get a lot of victory points, or 4 victory points here. Let's do that. So I'm going to advertise for 1, 2, 3. And that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So I'm going to turn in a 1, get a 5. And I'm also going to get another bump here on my thrill track. Okay. Now, she's going to advertise. She's not going to get any victory points from the sticks and stones, but she is going to get bumps for these 2. Oh my goodness. Can y'all believe this? I'm going to show you. You got two hearts here, which is where what I'm racing her on. So she's going to get 2 bumps on the Joy track. She is in the lead on that now. I hate that, but that's okay. So that's the advertising step. Clean up. We're going to refresh these concessions. Nobody's really getting into the concessions yet, and that's okay. Let me get 2 more dark ones out. Candy corn and bobbin for apples, and then we're going to get out 2 more regulars. There's the clown, which might help me. Both of these 2 have hearts on them, and then the balloon show again, or the balloon stand. All right, returning workers. Let me get my workers back. All right, give her workers back, and I'm going to have 4 workers for this next round. And then I'm going to rotate the carousel. Like I said, this is the one I'm going for here on my first try. So I'm going to make it as cheap as possible. She's going to get to take an attraction tile before me. I'm going to make that a 2. But she's going to go for the most expensive one. I'm going to have to cut down a tree on my first turn. So that'll be fine. As long as she doesn't get that one, I'll be in good shape. So I'm making that one a 3. And then we're going to advance the month marker. We're going into the third month, which is the third round. And then now we go straight from the cleanup into the income, of which I'm going to gain $3 back. She's not going to have any. And now we're getting into the action step. Oh, well, I keep forgetting this. On the wherever the +1 is, and cards stacks can have more than one ghost. So now that makes the Basin City Scramble kind of lucrative because now it's got 2 ghosts on it. So, all right, now let's take some actions. I get to go first. Let's just use this extra worker. We're going to go to the arborist action and cut down some trees. I'm going to cut down that one. And I'm going to cut down... It's not going to matter, but I'm just going to cut down that one. Okay. She's going to grab the most expensive tile on her first turn, which is going to be there's a 6, there's a 5, there's a 6. So it's going to be one of these 2 6s. Or what did I say? There's a 5, there's a 5. There's a 3. It's going to be the 7 minus. It's going to be the 6. So she's going to take this. It's going to give her 2 bumps on the thrill, 1 bump on all, and it's going to flip and go in her little stack. And I need to put her worker there. All right. We knew what I was going to do. I'm going to come by this submarine voyage now that I can put it out. It's going to cost me 5 minus the 2, so it is a 3. Let's grab it up. It's going to give me 2 bumps on the joy track, which puts me in the lead on that. All right, submarine voyage. I'm getting a lot of one victory pointers here. Submarine voyage. Where is that one? Okay, I see it. Submarine voyage. And I'm going to put it right here, which is going to cover up the $2 bonus spot. So I'm going to get enough $2 back. I'm liking how this is going so far. Now on her second turn, she's going to get the cheapest tile. So there's 2 3s and a 5 and a 5. So she's going to take the ray gun alley, because it's got a bump on it. This one's an income, so she's going to take the one that's going to give her the most bumps on the thrill or on any of the emotion tracks. So she's going to get 1 bump there. She's only going to get 1 point for advertising that one, so I'm okay with that. Now, man, this would be a good time for me to maybe grab something like the Basin City Scramble, or maybe even the Horseshoe Saloon to try to get some extra income, because I can put the Horseshoe Saloon on my board here. But, oh man, I don't know what I need to do here. Is the move going to be to build out? Oh man, I've kind of messed myself over though by having these long boards like that, having these long spaces. But I'm good on my in-game bonuses, or bonus most drench, so I don't have to focus on that. All right, $3. We're going to come here. We're going to build the Horseshoe Saloon. It's not going to give me any bumps on any tracks, but it is going to give me some income in the income phase. So let's find the Horseshoe Saloon. All right, got it. And I'm going to stick it in right here. Okay. All right, and that's going to go like this. Remember to give me some income. By building 6 attractions, I'm already in the in-game bonus here for 5 points. If I get 2 more, I'll get a 10-point bonus. So I think that's going to be achievable. We will see. So that's it. She's going to go for concessions. Let's see what she gets out of the bag here. All right, she is going to get 1 point. It's got a $1 on it. And then she's going to get a bump on the all track. Okay. One last turn for me, and I think I'm going to go income here. Set myself up to advertise. So we will do that. I'm going to go to the banker. I'm going to get 2. I'm going to give that back. Take a 3. And then that's going to be it for the action step. Now we're going to get into the bonuses, the bonus step. All right. She's going to take 2 points from me. I'm sorry, not from me, but she's going to take 2 points. And I'm just going to give these 3 back and give her another 5. She's up to 10 points for the first 2, and she's going to get the shovel. I am ahead on the joy track. I could get another $3 by backing that up, but I'm not. I'm going to take the point on this one because it's just too close, too close of a. And there's not. The only thing I see out there that would give me any kind of heart bump would be that hover racers, and it's just, man, I don't know. It's gonna end up being a 4-pointer. Ugh. Should I take the bump and get the $3? Because I'm fixing to advertise. I'm not. I'm just going to take my point. Isn't that what I just did? Yeah, I took my point. All right, that's the bonuses step. Now we're going to get into advertising. She's going to advertise first. She has no ghosts to resolve. She is going to get 1 point, though, for her Ray Gun Alley. I'm going to advertise. I think I'm probably going to advertise. I'm definitely going to advertise this one and then maybe just the other one with the ghost. Why not? So I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier. I'm going to advertise for $3. That's going to give me 1, 2, 3 plus my ghost, 4 points. So I'm going to give back a 1, take a 5. And I'm also going to get a bump on the thrill track for this ghost here. So that's the advertising. Clean up, refresh the concessions. Nobody's getting in on the concession game yet. Or I say nobody, meaning myself. Let's put out a couple more of these. We've got the face painting with Frankenstein, I guess. Then we've got candy corn again. All right, and then we've got dartboards and the clown show again. Okay, refresh the concessions. We're going to return workers. And bring in the 3 red workers back. This extra worker goes back to the bonus space, and now Becky gets her workers back. Rotate the carousel. She's got the shovel. It's going to rotate 1 time clockwise. And then we're going to advance the month marker. So we're into the 4th month here. And now into income. I'm getting $3 plus I have the saloon now, which is going to get me another 2. So I'm going to give that back, grab the 3. So we've got $7 again. No income for her, so now we're in the action step. She's going first. What is the most expensive attraction out there? I see a 7. That's a 5. I see 2 5s and a 4 and a 5. I see 3 5s, and yeah. You've got a 6 minus 1, there's a 5. The Haunted Dungeon is a 5. 7 minus 2, and then the 3 plus the 2 is a 5. She is going to grab, and I can choose here, and I'm going to tell you why. Because there's a tie, the first thing she would do is she would take the one that would give us the most emotion track bumps. Both of these are 3, so that's a tie. Then she would look to see which one gave her the most in-game points. It's also a tie because they're both worth 2 points. And in that case, I believe I just decide. And then if still tied, the player chooses which attraction Becky takes. I'm going to give Becky the Haunted Dungeon, which is going to give her 2 bumps on the thrill track, and it's going to give her, 1 bump on the joy track. Almost gave her my point, all right? And I almost skipped this again, but we also need to put a ghost here on the saber tooth thing. All right. I have got to expand my board if I'm going to buy the hover racers. It's not going to be the cheapest one, so I don't have to worry about her buying it. So I just need to extend my board, clear some trees. I still don't think I'm going to be able to put that out. Because it's three. Maybe if is Atlantis going to be good? It's expensive. I'm definitely going to have to extend my board. So I can't buy any attractions. I got money. I don't need to clear trees. So the only option that I really have would be to go to the realtor, pay $3, and extend my board. All right, done that. Let's put some trees on it. I don't know if this was smart or not, but we'll see. All right, that was my turn. Wait, what did I do that for? I went out of turn. What was she gonna? No, she went up here and bought the Haunted Dungeon from Green. All right, I just didn't put her worker out. Sorry about that. Okay, now she's gonna go for the cheapest attraction. Is it gonna be the 4 or the 4 or the 4 or the 5? So it's going to be one of these 4s. All right. When choosing a builder location with attractions tied for most or least cost, she chooses the attraction that gives her the most ghost markers. So that's going to be the Basin City Scramble. So she's going to go here. She's going to gain 2 ghosts to score. It's going to give her 1 bump on the all track. And that's going to give her 2 victory points when the advertising phase comes, and 2 ghost markers to resolve. 2 ghosts to resolve. All right, what am I going to do here? I'm in a pickle. I would love to, I guess I could do that. I could buy Atlantis. That would give me a bump. I'm getting well, I'm not getting absolutely crushed, but I would absolutely love to buy that, but I can't. Let's go ahead and come up here and do this. It's going to cost me 3 plus 2 is 5. I'm going to take Atlantis. Oh, guess what? Don't even have 5. My bad. I've just been so money rich this whole game. Well, she's not going to get that because she's already chosen 2 attractions. Let's go to the banker. Let's get 2 money. All right. Then she's going to go get a concession stand. Let's grab a random one out of the bag. She's going to get 2 points. That's going to be huge for me on this track. She's just going to straight up get 2 victory points. And now it's my turn. Now I'm going to come over here and buy Atlantis for $5. Turning in 6, getting 1 back. That's going to give me a bump on the Joy track. Okay. And now I need to put it out, Atlantis. And that's a blue one. All right, and I'm going to put that right over. Ooh. I can put that here, which is going to give me another random track bump. Which one do I want to bump? I'm just going to bump this one. Keep bumping that Joy up. Because I'm almost in a bonus with it. Try to stay ahead. And then maybe I can get 3 income here in a second when I do bonuses. I'm going to need it for advertising. So, okay. All right. That's all of the action step. Now we're going to go into the bonus step. We're going to resolve. She's going to get 2 points here, which I'm just going to turn in these 3. I feel like I'm doing this every round. Turning in 3, giving her a 5. She's at 15 points. I'm at 12. So it's actually kind of close right now. So now I got a decision to make. it's going to be okay. I think I'm going to be able to get this one, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to bump down, take my 3 income for that so that I can advertise a couple more, advertise twice. All right, so that's the bonuses. She got retaining the shovel. Now the pre-advertising step. So I'm just going to give her her 2 bonuses here. Okay, 2 bumps that I don't even care about. Thrill and awe. She's going, well, she is in the bonus now on thrill, but that happens. And then she's getting her 2 points for Basin City Scramble. Now I'm going to advertise. So I'm probably just going to do the same dang thing I did a second ago. Why wouldn't I? I'm just not getting any in-game bonus points off of these attractions. I hate it, but oh well. All right. I'm going to do the same thing I was doing a minute ago. I'm going to spend 3 to advertise for 2 of these, which is going to be worth 4 points again. I'm going to take this 5, give back a 1, and then I'm going to also get my bump on this track. Maybe I can get into the bonus on that in a minute. For some extra bonus points. We'll see. So that's advertising. Let's clean up. We're going to refresh these concessions. I can't believe I haven't purchased a concession stand, but get a couple more of these dark ones out. A couple of regular ones. Ugh, I feel awful about what that just hit me in the gut, that I'm not going to be able to afford what I want to do. I shouldn't have advertised. All right. Refreshing the concessions. Let's return workers. No, I feel. Returning workers. Rotate the carousel. She's still ahead on that. That's just going to rotate once. Advance the month marker. We are into the 5th and final round of this game. Okay. And then we need to come up here to during cleanup, and then we're going to place another ghost onto the where's the +1 right over here on the Kraken Whirl. Okay. Now we're in the income. $3 more plus 2 for my Horseshoe Saloon. And it's just going to turn this in and get me a 3. I only have $6, guys. I'm not going to be able to. I can't buy the hover racers that I wanted to buy because I don't have anywhere to put it. Let's see what I can do. There's one place out here that I can put a concession stand that's not adjacent to. Actually, I could do 2 different spaces, so I'd have to do a cut tree and then do 2 concessions maybe. Let me we'll see what I can do here. Okay. I need to buy at least 1 more attraction though to get into the 10-point bonus here. And I see 1 that I can do. If I do a cut down a tree action, I can do the Star Captain Outfitter here if they don't buy it first. But let's see what happens here. I've gotten my income. Well, now we're going to go into the action step. She's first. What is the most expensive? So there's the 4. There's a 7, 8, 9. So she's definitely going to buy the Dragon's Flight. Okay. That's going to give her 1 bump here and then 2 bumps here. Okay. All right, Dragon's Flight. My turn. I got to cut a tree. Man, I could get the money though. But I just can't do what I need to do. Or can I? So if I get 2, that'll give me 6, 7, 8. It'll cost me 3. So I'll be down to 5. I'll actually be able to do it. Man, let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Let's buy let's buy a board extension and let's see where this goes. We're going to buy a board extension for 3. Make sure you get the right one. Let's try this one. Is this the one I need? So I'm going to be 1 action short of doing what I need to do. I'm going to come up 1 action short. Because I'm going to have to also... How much money do I have? 3? I'm going to come up 1 action short. I can do that one over there if for 4. Okay. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to do that for 3. That's where I'm going to leave that. Let's put some trees on it. They're going to go for the least expensive, which is a 3. There's a 3 here. There's a 4. It's going to be this 3. So she's going to come here and grab this Star Captain Outfitters, which is not going to give her any advertising points. I'm okay with that. Back over here to me. Now, how much money do I have? I need to come over here and get 2 monies. $2. She's going to grab a concession. Don't be red, please. Nothing with red on it. Nothing with red on it. Nothing with red. Yes! I'll be able to achieve my... So she did get that's perfect. Because exactly what I'm okay with. Her getting a bump on thrill. Her getting a bump on all. Totally fine with that. My last action is I'm going to come over here and build this Kraken Whirl for 3, 4. Okay. Got a little ghost. I'll put that ghost. And that's got a $1 on it, which isn't going to help me at all, but that's okay. Oops, I got 2. Put Maelstrom back. So that's going to give me the bump on the heart that I need to win that track. And I am going to flip this over, set this here. I got my 8 attractions now. They're not worth anything, but how much was this? 4? 3 plus 1 is 4, so I'll give away my 4. All right. That's it for the actions. Oh, let me buy the thing. What are you doing, dude? Kraken Whirl, and it's just a little 4-boxer. Kraken Whirl. All right, and guess what? Kraken Whirl goes here. Oh, that's going to put me in the bonus too. That's going to go here, which is going to cover up the random bonus bump, which is going to go here. That's going to put me in the bonus for that. An extra 5 points. That worked out. And then that's it for the action step. And then I guess we run through this, right? We run through the whole round. What is the end game on once the 5th month is complete? So we will complete this month all the way through. So now we're going to take bonuses. She's going to get 2 points for that. All right. 2 points for those 2. I'm going to take the point here because there's obviously no reason for any income. So let's take the 1 point for me winning the joy track. All right. Advertising step. I'm not going to need $1. I only have $1. So we are going to move this ghost over here. Ooh, I could almost, nope. So I am going to advertise for $1 to get me an additional 2 points. I mean, there's just no way my attractions aren't worth enough to pull me out or pull me through in this one, but we'll see. I'll put this little ghost over here, whatever. All right. All right. She should have gone first on advertising. It wouldn't have mattered. She didn't get anything. She didn't have any ghosts to resolve, doesn't have any points to resolve from advertising. So then the cleanup. So now we're done. there's no need to clean up any concessions or anything like that. So let's get into scoring some points here. She crushed me, I know, but game end, she's going to gain VP in the same way as the multiplayer game. So let's go look at it. Except for the goal cards, she doesn't have any goal cards, but she's going to score for her attractions. So let's see here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So she's got 17 points from those. She's got another 5, so 22. Nothing here and nothing here. So she is at 22. And she's getting 10 for the 10 attractions. So what I say, 22. So she is at 32 plus 32. There's a 10. There's 42 and 45 is 47. And 4 is 51. So you got 51 points. Can I beat 51 points? Let's see. All right, most joyful and most drenched. I am furthest along the joy track for 3 points. So that's 3. All right, I am the most drenched because I do have at least 3 undersea attractions. I actually have 5. I wonder if I could get an additional bonus for that. So there's 6 points. And then points from my attraction. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I only get 1 bonus here, which is 5. So that's 19. And then attraction count bonuses, I've got 8. So that's going to give me, what am I at, 19. So that's going to give me 10. That's going to be 29. And then 29, 39, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. So what was that? 55 to 48? So at 48. 48 is the highest score I've ever had in this game, though, I believe. 48 to 55. I still got beat. Becky's tough. Becky will absolutely hammer you in this game if you're not very efficient. But man, look at my board here. I love this game. But I thoroughly enjoy playing this game. The Spooky Nights expansion, it adds a cool feature with the haunted attractions and having to advertise in order to get the bonuses. I just think it's just unique, just another unique feature added into the game here. I love the theme, and these cards, it just kind of fits in very well. There's not a lot of extra setup or anything. It's just you toss them in, and you really just have to learn how to use the ghosts and how to grant the bonuses from haunting your attractions, and that's it. But it's enough for there to seem like there's a little bit extra to do and like an extra decision or two to make. But yeah, what was my score? 45 to 55 or something like that. But had fun. I hope you guys hung in there with me and enjoyed the video. If you did, punch the like and subscribe if you'd like to. That would help me out, and I would greatly appreciate that. No pressure, but I had a lot of fun with this one. I hope to see you at the next one. Thanks for watching.